Yeah, I saw it. I can admit it. Mm-hmm. Magic Mike stars Channing Tatum, Alex Pettyfer, Matthew McConaughey, Cody Horn, uh, Kevin Nash, Joe Manganiello, Matt Bomer, Adam Rodriguez, and a lot of excited women spectating all these male strippers. Magic Mike. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh, and I think he wrote it too. Slightly based off Channing Tatum's real life. Magic Mike. Mike is a male stripper. He's like one of the more popular ones, and he doesn't want to be a stripper. Surprise, surprise. He wants to actually do something with his life, so he's trying to get a furniture business. He's got all these little plans. He's going to be an entrepreneur. And he ends up bringing Alex Pettyfer's character into the male stripper business and kind of falls in love with his sister, and they have a little romance thing, and you have the movie kind of more dramatic than I actually expected. Yeah, I saw the ads for this movie. I'm like, Steven Soderbergh, the guy that made Ocean's 11, Haywire, and other great movies. And yeah, so I wanted to see it because of the director. And you know, I think Channing Tatum's a good actor now. I like Matthew McConaughey. These actors are mostly pretty good. And I was like, what's this movie going to be like? I was just hoping it wouldn't be 2 hours of sweaty man-ass, because how can you review that? So thankfully they actually had a good story. The struggle of Mike trying to like make something of his life. I thought that was interesting. The movie almost kind of reminds me of Boogie Nights at times, where in that movie Mark Wahlberg's kind of pulled into the porn industry. He gets kind of seduced into it by Burt Reynolds, and then you see the kind of like struggles in the lifestyle and how things can spiral out of control. Same thing happens here between Magic Mike and Alex Pettyfer's character. Not the same situations, but things also happen with Magic Mike and all the other guys. Like their life spirals out of control a little bit. Stuff happens. Interesting stuff. And actually, really, I thought this movie's pretty good. Yes, there's the stripping scenes, and no, I don't like them. Some of them are actually pretty funny, though, with the stuff they do. It's crazy. The spectators, man, women are nuts for this stuff. I have a funny story because my mom saw this in theaters. I just recently saw it on like TV, but my mom saw it in theaters, and there's people just like screaming at the screen. Just the estrogen levels in the theater were rising to scary levels. Oh my god, I can't imagine seeing it in the theater. And I can imagine when this was in theaters, the poor people who worked at theaters just mopping up all the juices on the floor. Good god. The direction in this movie is really good. It's kind of interesting. Steven Soderbergh always has like color palette that he goes to, like in Haywire at times it had it. This movie, a lot of the day scenes, seems kind of like a yellowish green tint to everything, so it's like, what's with this lighting? And you might think it's odd, but I just kind of get what he's going for. But all the stripper scenes is like all purple, blue. He's got a color palette for this movie, and it's very distinct, kind of makes it his own movie. And his direction style, I like it, it was good. He's not being like too exploitative when it's the stripper scenes. Like he's not zooming in on sweaty asses and stuff. But he definitely looks for a lot of humor in the scenes so that guys can watch it too. Because otherwise guys during those scenes would just be like, is it over? Is it over? Is it over? I'm surprised there was a small amount of stripper scenes. There's like 4 or 5 and that's it. But it's actually a pretty funny movie. There's a lot of comedic scenes. While the characters aren't that well developed, they have a lot of like funny scenes. Like Joe Manganiello, he has a hilarious scene. But I gotta call someone out. Cody Horn as the love interest of Channing Tatum. Miscast. I won't say she downright sucks. I thought she was a good actress. There's a couple scenes that kind of made me think, why did they cast her? They could have got anyone else. She seemed miscast. I didn't really like her. Her and Channing Tatum, to me, they didn't really have a good chemistry. I don't know why, but I was just watching this recently. Yeah, Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum had better chemistry in that movie than the girl in Channing Tatum in this movie. That was just a random reference, but yeah. So, you know, Cody Horn, in other movies she might be good, but just felt miscast in this. Everyone else worked pretty well, even though they weren't, you didn't really know much about them. It's like you know about Magic Mike, and you know about Alex Pettyfer's character, the kid. You know about them, basically, and Matthew McConaughey. Awesome, great performance. I mean, this Killer Joe, Lincoln Lawyer, Matthew McConaughey is just like, hey, alright, enough of these silly romantic comedies I've been doing for the last decade. I'm a good actor. It almost feels like he reprised his role from Dazed and Confused. He's just walking around like, alright, alright, alright. I was almost expecting him to be like, hey man, you got a thong? And someone would be like, no, and be like, be a lot cooler if you did. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen Dazed and Confused. So this movie is pretty good. A couple moments that kind of brought the movie down a little, but overall, pretty good movie, so I'd be giving Magic Mike a B+. So if you liked this review, like or subscribe, comment below, and if you've seen the movie, tell me what you thought of the movie. Did you like it? Did you not? Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.